Kevin, 1-0 win tonight here against Galway United. How did that play out for you?
Played out probably as you would have expected. Tight game between the two sides again. The conditions were really very difficult, and I have to commend our lads for the first half in particular. I know we scored the winner in the second half, but it was horrendous, the wind, and I think I wouldn't say it died down completely, but it certainly died down a lot in the second half. But it was very, very difficult to get out, and Galway are so effective with set pieces and balls into the box and big strong lads, and it was very, very difficult to defend. But I have to give the lads and our goalkeeper and defenders in particular massive credit to get in there. That was obviously when I saw the toss and Ryan lost the toss, I was right. Again, this might sound like conservative, but it was the right way to go. So we have to get in at half time at least. Obviously we hope we score, but because I knew at the second half we'd be able to get at them as well, because we're quite good at that stuff ourselves, which obviously ultimately a goal and probably more could have came from. But yeah, it's a brilliant 3 points. Any 3 points in this league is massive, and like we've 38 points now. Obviously we'll have maximum points in July because that's as much as we can get. So it is, and that's another reason why it's important. Like, we can't affect anything bar the cup and against Crumlin, which we can put all our focus on now, which is a good thing, I suppose. But we've no league game now till the 1st of August, and no, I was really, really delighted. And I thought we played some really good football as well. Kept the ball better than we have, even though, as I said, Galway made it difficult for us. But look, I said there's very little between the two teams most times.
I was talking to you as we were walking over here, and you mentioned the big man, and initially I thought you were talking about Conor Keeley, who I thought had an outstanding match tonight, involved in the goal, got the flick on. But you were talking about Dara Kareem, and what a moment for him, 19 years of age, his first start for the club, and to get a goal, magnificent.
I'm delighted for him.
And he had a good game, Kevin.
He was excellent, yeah, excellent. He was man of the match. But you're right about Conor as well. Like, Conor's been unbelievable. We've a few big men, to be fair, which isn't a bad thing, but especially in these type of games. But I've been giving Conor so much all year. I will go talk about Doherty. He's I spoke to the other young lads. That's what you need to do. Like, when he came into us to start the season, we took him a while to get going. He wasn't in physical shape to play for the 20s, never mind us. And I had some strong words with him, but also gave him a bit of love as well, which you need to do. And he's responded excellently. And that's why, again, I'm sure people might have been looking at it, and obviously we're missing a lot of players, and Josh and Warren particularly up top in those areas. But we had other players that can play up there and that had done well for us before. But I just had wasn't a hunch, because I've seen it in training. I've seen that he will really, really suit us and suit this league. So look, it's great, and you're a genius when these things work out. But no, I'd no doubt. I was talking to a couple of the supporters actually about him on the pitch before they were setting up the stuff, and again they were unbelievable. And I said, just keep telling you this, fellas, this is going to work for us, and thankfully it did.
We were talking before the game, you mentioned it there yourself, that you don't have another league game now in July. How do you keep the players sharp? You know, they were sharp tonight, I have to say. They were, if anything, they possibly even outfought Galway United, and it's not everybody who does that. But how do you keep that sharpness now for the next few weeks?
The last part of your question about outfighting, I think Galway fought well as well, and to be fair, but the very, very least you have to do against Galway is match them, because, I mean, you can talk to any of my players, that's been the message all week, is if you don't win the fight, or at least come out and equal with in the fight, you've no chance against Galway, because they're such a big, strong and good players as well. Like, it's not, I often get annoyed when people talk about us like that. I'm sure John and Ollie are the same, but they're a good side, but some really good players. But you're right, we did have to fight, as I said, really, really fight for first balls, second balls, getting to the thing first, and then I thought we could play, and we did play at times. As I said, I thought we could have scored again. We should have probably scored maybe another one or two, but then they might look down their end and think that they could have as well. So, as I said, I think there's not a massive amount between the two sides. We've drawn one, we both won one, so that'll probably tell you that. But to keep the lads sharp, or wider sharp again, and I don't know, I did address this the last couple of performances. We played 5 games in 2 weeks with 6 players missing or whatever it was. Like, of course the lads are going to be a bit fresher after a week of no games, and as I said, we have that for the rest of the season. In fact, we've less than that, so we'll be fresh coming into games now. We're a really good side, and when we're not playing 5 games in 14 days, we'll continue to be a good side. We still managed to pick up points in that run when the lads were on their knees, but thankfully they can have a few days off now. We play Crumlin in whatever 2 weeks tonight, and then we're going off to a training camp for a few days, so we'll be able to work on things, and hopefully, as I said, there'll be new players coming in as well to add to it, not to for any other reason, but we want to try and keep pushing. And we've a lot of lads come back from injury, so yeah, it was a good night. It's a good start to July. Everyone keeps talking about June being a bad month, and it certainly was, but it's a good start to July.
Thanks, Kevin. Well done.
Thank you.